Yeah, make it rain, yeah, hurricane, yeah, baby, this a perfect time and a perfect place, yeah, I'ma make it worth your while, stay a while, think a stripper name is Maverick, guess you know I'm Kyle.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Von, back with another video. Welcome back to the channel. I've been getting some questions from a couple people about how to make the switch from controller to keyboard and mouse. What's the most effective way to get used to keyboard and mouse? Because, you know, a lot of controller players, a lot of console players are wanting to make that switch. And they've asked me how I did it. And how I did it so fast. Because if you don't know me from the past, I used to be an Xbox player that switched to PC and just made the leap of faith and jumped straight into it. So I'm going to be giving you guys a couple little tips on how I did this, okay? The first tip I have for you, ditch the controller completely. Do not beat around the bush with the keyboard and mouse, is basically what I'm saying. If you really want to make the switch, stop using your controller completely. Force yourself to learn the keyboard and mouse. All right, if you're going back and forth, only practicing the keyboard and mouse in your spare time, you know, it's gonna take a lot longer to get used to it. What I did is I just jumped straight into it. I was a huge bot at first. I was so bad, but I forced myself to get used to it, and it allowed me to get used to it a lot faster. That brings me to tip number 2, is how and what I did to get used to it. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do, the first thing I did, because when you get on keyboard and mouse, it's very foreign to you, okay? It's even hard to run around. So what you're gonna want to do is hop into a playground match, drop it like Tilted Towers or something by yourself, and practice maneuvering around the buildings. That's it. Don't worry about building, don't worry about shooting, don't worry about your keybinds, none of that. Just practice with WASD. I also recommend putting on sprint by default. Practice with WASD, walking around the buildings, opening doors, running upstairs, jumping around, jumping over stuff. Practice your maneuvering first. Okay, that's the first thing you got to get down. You got to get your movement to be smooth. Okay, you can't build, you can't have gunfights without smooth movement. So practice that first. Practice getting in and out of buildings, jumping over shit. So after you start getting more comfortable with your movement, it starts getting more smooth and a little bit more natural to you. Then you want to look at somebody's keybinds and copy them. I'm going to warn you here, you're not going to want to copy them exactly, okay? You're going to want to switch your keybinds to say your favorite streamer's keybinds. Try them out and switch the buttons according to what's comfortable to you. All right, for example, when I first started keyboard and mouse, I copied Ninja's keybinds. I copied every keybind to the T. But I realized some of the stuff that he used wasn't comfortable for me, so I switched it around. Like say the button he had his pyramid binded to was not comfortable for me, so I switched it to something that was comfortable for me. Okay, someone's keybinds, just because they work for them don't mean they're gonna work for you. Okay, you're gonna want to find something that works for you. Switch the keybinds around and basically just test out a couple different little things, and eventually you will find what works for you. I recommend also having buttons on the side of your mouse. It helps a lot with taking a little bit of stress away from your left hand, because you can put some of the buttons on your mouse. But yeah, that was the third tip, I believe. Fourth tip, practice shooting. Maybe go into a target practice map, practice shooting. First, it's your movement, like I said, then it's your shooting, and then it's building. Because building, you don't build in any other type of game, okay? Movement and shooting is going to be basic stuff. All right, building is where it makes this game more advanced. So you're going to want to focus on your movement and your shooting first. All right, get into a target practice map, practice your shooting after you've gotten comfortable with your movement, and practice your shooting a little bit. Once you get a little bit more comfortable with that, then move on to building. I wouldn't recommend 1v1ing anybody, because it's gonna give you doubts. It's gonna make you feel bad. It's gonna make you feel like you suck. Okay, just practice by yourself. Go to creative, build around a little bit, get comfortable with your keybinds, memorize your keybinds, because at first, when you first start keyboard and mouse, you're gonna forget where stuff is at. All right, so you're gonna want to practice repeatedly pressing the same button over and over, so you memorize exactly which direction you have to move your finger, press that button. All right, because sometimes you'll misclick buttons, and over time you'll get a lot better at not misclicking buttons and clicking exactly where you need to click. Okay, so after you put all this together, get somebody in your creative with you to 1v1 you. Make sure you let them know to take it easy on you. Ask them if they can just play defensive and not play offensive towards you. Just play defense and see if you can kill them. Try to kill them while they're trying to play defensive against you. This is a good way to get used to it. You don't want to focus on your defense just yet. Work on your offense first. So like I said, try to get somebody that will let you practice on them without them fighting back. This is a good way to get better at offense. Okay, your offense needs to come first and then your defense. So after you start getting good at offense, then obviously you're gonna want to start implementing defense into there too. Have them fight back a little bit, still taking it easy on you, but add defense into it and work on using both of them together. Keyboard and mouse is really hard to use, guys. If you've never played a keyboard and mouse game before, it's gonna be really hard to get used to, but these tips that I'm giving you are gonna allow you to become more comfortable with the keyboard and mouse a lot faster. Okay, and I hope these tips helped you, but that's pretty much all I got for you guys. At the end of the day, you just got to keep practicing and practicing. Just be consistent. Don't go back to the controller. There will be times where you just want to give up and go back to controller, but just stick with it. Force yourself to get used to it, and eventually you will get there. Okay, practice makes perfect. I would say after about a week, you're gonna be pretty smooth on keyboard and mouse. Okay, you're still not gonna be the best, but your maneuverability is gonna be a lot better. It's gonna be a lot smoother. After another week after that, that's when your offense and your defense are going to start getting a lot better. Okay, you just got to stay creative and keep practicing. Don't get down on yourself. Don't convince yourself that you're not going to be able to do it, because I did the same thing. I was at a point where I felt like I wasn't going to be able to get good at it. I wanted to give up. I wanted to go back to controller, but I didn't do it. I stuck with it and I eventually got good at it. Okay, just keep pushing, keep doing it. You will get there, guys, trust me. All right, but this is all I have for you guys. Hopefully these tips helped you, and if you enjoyed the video and if these tips helped you, make sure to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I go live. Okay, guys, join that notification gang. Become a true hooligan today, boys. All right, I wish you guys the best of luck, and I will see you in the next video, guys. All right, peace out.